Evaluate each of the following. For part A, we have 2 times the square root of 5 plus 8 times the square root of 5. As both terms have the same irrational number, so that's the square root of 5, we can combine these as they're like terms. So 2 times the square root of 5 plus 8 times the square root of 5 is simply 10 times the square root of 5. Next we have 4 times the square root of 2 plus the square root of 8. And now this, we don't know immediately whether we can combine these terms because at the moment the number under the square root sign isn't the same, so we're not sure if they are like terms or not. So what we need to do is simplify the square root of 8. So if we take the square root of 8, we can write that as the square root of 4 times the square root of 2, which means it is 2 root 2. With this in mind, we have the 4 times the square root of 2 plus 2 root 2, which we just found, which means the total of that is going to be 6 root 2. For part C, we have 5 times the square root of 3 plus 2 times the square root of 12. And once again, we need to check if they are in fact like terms by simplifying the square root sign. If we take this term, we have 2 root 12, which we can write as 2 times the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. Which is going to equal 2 times the square root of 4 is 2, so 4 times the square root of 3. And now we can be sure that they are in fact like terms. So because they're like terms, we have 5 times the square root of 3 plus 4 times the square root of 3, which is going to equal 9 times the square root of 3. For part D, we have the square root of 3 divided by 2 plus the square root of 3 divided by 3. Because they have the same irrational factor, which is the square root of 3, we can add these like terms. However, they don't at the moment have a common denominator. So what we need to do is we need to multiply each of them by a fraction equivalent to 1 to get a common denominator. So with 2 and 3 on the bottom line, the lowest common denominator that we can get is 6. So we're going to multiply this by 3 over 3. We're going to multiply this by 2 divided by 2. So in doing that, we find that this gives 3 root 3 over 6 by multiplying the tops and bottom lines together. And we're going to add on to that 2 times the square root of 3 over 6. So they now have a common denominator of 6, which means we can add them together to get 5 root 3 over 6 as our final answer.